A few days ago, my friend Dennis, AD9WM, and I did a East Coast or eastwardly POTA activation, plural, and we visited Mali, W3NY, in preparation for an upcoming POTA de-expedition to the Dry Tortugas. We have returned safely. I'm happy to report. One of the highlights for me was doing the Washington, D.C. Six-Fur. This is located at the LBJ Memorial right on the Potomac. There are 5 trails running through it. So we did that, and we did it on 11 bands. In the video, I reported 10, but the truth was it was 11 bands. We did 440. Dennis did not have 220 on his HT. Molly loaned me one because I forgot to bring mine, and it did have 220. However, we couldn't use 220, so we did 440, 2 meters, 6 meters, and all the way up to 80 meters. Dennis does not do CW, so we had to bypass 30 meters. And kind of looking back, I wish we would have tried 160 meters. However, we did not, so we had to settle for 11 bands at a Six-Fur between us, and afterwards we spotted ourselves on Discord. We didn't want to be there very long. We carried our stuff in. It was about a quarter-of-a-mile hike, I think, from the parking lot to underneath the road, and it was a very busy road. And across the bike trail, we were set up about 30, 40 feet, I guess, maybe even 50 feet from the Potomac. Airplanes floating or flying by, boats floating by, jet skis. It's a very active park and a very cool place. So here's a few of the videos I took and a couple stills. We had a good time. I hope you enjoy the video. A quick postscript here. This is the equipment as we carried it in, as we will carry it out. Antennas, radio, cable, etc. Radio in here, a few other things. That's mine. Dennis's is right here. He has snuck over to take some pictures of the area, the skyline of DC, which again is right behind us. This is a beautifully cool spot with this, is that a magnolia tree? Anyway, I am not a horticulturist, but there's our equipment. Dennis has a Ohio radio little badge on his hat. Very cool. We have been, by the way, in Pennsylvania with Molly, W3NY. Dennis and I and her and maybe 15 others are going on a POTA de-expedition in February to the Dry Tortuga National Park, the least visited national park in the park system. The reason it's the least visited, it's 70 miles west of Key West, Florida. That's about a 3-hour boat ride, and yes, you Gilligan's Island fans, joke away, they're waiting for you there. A de-expedition to the Dry Tortugas, the national park. There's also one, it's probably only about 20 miles, but I'm not exactly sure the distance. Anyway, there's another POTA park there. We can't actually land, but as we're boating over, we're going to grab our HTs and make contacts among us. So we will have an activation there, 2 meter, 440, maybe 220, who knows. So anyway, Dennis and I are done here. We're going to say goodbye. One more view of the AD9WM/N9 VFR monument over my left shoulder. It was so nice of them to make a monument to commemorate our 10-band activation from this park. 73 for now. K5LST?
K0NLL.
Oh, different area, okay. Well, we decided to spot a little bit.
K04NLL, AD9WM.
Kilo, Kilo 04.
Kilo Oscar 4, November Lava Lava, AD9WM.
Somebody wants us on 20 meters. So we're gonna see if we can He's
CQ Park,
four land on 20 meters
VFR
from
at the DC Six-Fur.
DC, I don't know. We'll see.
Alpha Delta 9 Whiskey Mike within 9 VFR at the DC6 for CQ POTA. Alpha Delta 9 Whiskey Mike within 9 VFR at the DC6 for CQ Parks on the air, CQ POTA. CQ Parks, Alpha Delta 9 Whiskey Mike within 9 VFR, CQ Parks on the air.
Seems like not much interest. Ooh, is that somebody? Is that a voice? I heard a Gulf Alpha.
K0, Kilo Oscar 4, November 11, have you a 3131 DC. '73, good job.
I might need him.
Hey, K04 NNL, stand by for Dave.
Kilo Oscar 4, November Lima N9 VFR. Whatever signal report Dennis gave you.
3-1.
3-1 from N9. Victor Fox Romeo. He's not in your earbud, is he?
Yeah. Gotcha.
Hey, I hear a 3-1. I hear a 3-1. Thanks, 73. I gotta say, if you got him through your, he's got. Dennis has him through his earphone. Dennis hears him just fine. I'm ready to go if you are.
Nothing for Mike.
Hey, N9 VFR, AD9WM. QRT. Our 10-band activation complete. Dennis and I, we think we're going to, he's calling a friend. He's phone a friend on this activation. He thinks he's going to, or we think we're going to go ahead and spot ourselves maybe on Discord. We don't really want to pile up. We don't want to be here but a few minutes. Actually, we're very hungry. We've been on the road since a little after 8. We left the hotel this morning, some parks along the way. Here's Dennis's, up there. See some beautiful flowers in the background. I'm going to walk around just a little bit. Just a little bit. I know the phone is very choppy and the video is horrible. Dennis has got a pretty nice spot. We put him on the bench. He's got a pretty. He also got some people stopping by to visit. I saw. I was back underneath the trees, off a little bit further, spinning around. There's Potomac right there. I'm going to go up and see what the heck I'm looking at is a monument. And there's a little dog here with a lei on it. I gotta say, the puppy with the lei. Hi there, hi little Chihuahua with the lei. I think I've got you in there. And hello. Hello Chihuahua, hi guy with the lei. I like your neckwear. Continuing on, I'm easily distracted. This is Lost at Sea. Oh, this must be a Poseidon thing maybe. I'll get around here and see what we can do. Once again, there's the Washington skyline just beyond us, and yet this is Washington, D.C. I have to admit, I thought D.C. ended at the other side of the river. However, I'm informed that this is D.C., even though we are across the river. The Lyndon Baines Johnson Memorial is indeed a part of D.C., so I definitely learned something there. Walking up, let me see, I'm going to granite, stainless steel, and there is quite a memorial, I assume. I did not read the plaque. Maybe I will when I turn this off. But Lost at Sea I think it is. It's quite impressive. And the flowers we saw earlier are literally right here. They're looking a little brighter from a distance, kind of dry right here. Some watering might not hurt. What's going around? Slow down so you can catch yourselves without being too dizzy. Very cool. I like the memorial, the waves, the birds, and Dennis is calling me. I think we're going to go down and play a little radio. Talk to you soon. Well, and this is Dave. Dennis and I are halfway through our 6 for 10 band activation. An American Airlines Eagle plane is just flying over. So far we have gotten 2 meters, 440, 6 meters, 10 meters, 12, 15 meters. And you know, from here to the 100 yards, maybe only 80, that Dennis is. Somehow we're all 5'9" at 0 watts. We both have our 7300 set at 0 watts. For 15 meters, I got my tape measure right here. There's my tape measure. And I think I remember 13 feet 9 inches. 13 feet 9 on my Chameleon 17 foot. The next band will be 20 meters. And the 17 foot, I'll take about 6 inches off of it. I'll drop it down about 6 inches. And it'll be ready to go on 20 meters anywhere I want. So we've got 2 ham sticks used up. These 2 right there, 2 ham sticks used. These over here to go. I'm having trouble with getting 40 to tune on the Wolf River coil. We might use that on emergency power. I'm having problems with that on emergency power. The radio will pick it up. I'm going to give you another view in the background, the Washington Monument. There was, let me see. I couldn't tell whose plane that was. Potomac right behind us. And we are probably, or at least I am, 30 or 40 feet from that river, which is a multi-park trail. There are 5 trails that go through there, as well as the Lady Bird Johnson Trail that I am standing on. Behind me is a way too busy road. So here we go. We're going to knock these last few out. Back in a bit in 9 VFR right here. A few days ago, my friend Dennis, AD9WM, and I did a East Coast or eastwardly POTA activation, plural, and we visited Molly, W3NY, in preparation for an upcoming POTA de-expedition to the Dry Tortugas. We have returned safely. I'm happy to report. One of the highlights for me was doing the Washington, D.C. 6-fur. This is located at the LBJ Memorial right on the Potomac. There are 5 trails running through it. So we did that, and we did it on 11 bands. In the video, I reported 10, but the truth was it was 11 bands. We did 440. Dennis did not have 220 on his HT. Molly loaned me one because I forgot to bring mine, and it did have 220. However, we couldn't use 220, so we did 440, 2 meters, 6 meters, and all the way up to 80 meters. Dennis does not do CW, so we had to bypass 30 meters. And kind of looking back, I wish we would have tried 160 meters. However, we did not, so we had to settle for 11 bands at a 6-fur between us, and afterwards we spotted ourselves on Discord. We didn't want to be there very long. We carried our stuff in. It was about a 1/4 mile hike, I think, from the parking lot to underneath the road, and it was a very busy road. And across the bike trail, we were set up about 30, 40 feet, I guess, maybe even 50 feet from the Potomac. Airplanes floating or flying by, boats floating by, jet skis. It's a very active park and a very cool place. So here's a few of the videos I took and a couple stills. We had a good time. I hope you enjoy the video.